Welcome to a bonus episode of the Irish Craft Beer Show, episode 14, filmed at the Alltech Craft Beer and Food Festival. We posted shortly, but until then, please enjoy the award presentation of Beoir Beer of the Year 2015 to 8 Degrees Brewing for their full Irish IPA. Originally created as a once-off festival special to showcase the base malt of the Malting Company of Ireland, through popular demand, the full Irish is now part of the 8 Degrees core range. Reuben Gray, the president of Beoir, will award the trophy to Scott Baigent of 8 Degrees, and then John the Beer Nut Duffy will have a chat about what's in store in 2015 from 8 Degrees, one of the most innovative microbreweries in Ireland. We'll try to ignore some of the more questionable publicity stunts.
We are giving you a nice trophy here for the Beer of the Year for 2015. It's full Irish by 8 Degrees.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. This is unnatural.
I've never smiled so much.
Scott, congratulations on winning Beer of the Year for 2015 for the full Irish. Were you expecting this?
Hell no. I mean, to be honest, we aspire to the Beoir Award. We do respect the Beoir annual awards as sort of one of the most critical awards in the country in the turn of the year. So we were keeping tabs on how when the awards would be released. But I mean, we were completely blown away that would pick up first base. It was a great honour for us to get that.
You had a lot of beers out last year. You had a lot of very excellent beers out last year. You certainly know your way around the hop sacks and putting together a recipe and so on. You're certainly giving the hop heads what they want. Is the full Irish? If you were told that one of your beers from last year was going to win Beer of the Year, would you have guessed that it would be the full Irish?
I mean, we could see the reaction on a few of the beers. Obviously, Double Irish got a massive interest. I mean, we were seeing really strong reactions on even sort of Hurricane IPA and Amberella. Still, Hurricane IPA is scoring really high on rate beer at the moment.
Yeah.
But full Irish is certainly one of my favourites. It's a beer that we never intended to bring out on a reasonably kind of regular basis, and that we used it solely just to gauge the parameters on the malt from the Malting Company of Ireland. And we brewed it as we knew it was going to be a good beer because we just whacked the hell out of it with Amarillo in particular. And but it was really not meant to go any further than the Francisco Mel Easterfest last year. The reaction that we got from Easterfest sort of meant that it kept on cropping up a bit in the year. It's so I think the continued sort of periodic availability through the country sort of helped keep it possibly in people's minds sort of through the year as well. Whereas it'd be interesting to know if it was solely just a one-off beer, whether given that it was released in Easter, whether it would still be sort of in the forefront of people's minds by the time voting came around.
You've twigged that there's a timing factor in it as well. I think Double Irish lost a bit because it came out just right at the end of the year. Maybe not enough people got to try it.
Yeah.
But I was actually surprised that something that came out as early in the year as Full Irish was still remembered in January when people sit down to write their nominations.
Yeah, but no, we're certainly, as I say, very very proud to accept the award. It means a lot to us as brewers to be getting that. A lot of sort of export sort of interest picks up from sort of the awards that you can win and accolades that you can pick up. So it really sort of does mean a lot to us.
And this weekend at Alltech, you've taken some prizes as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, we got bronze for the Hurricane IPA, so we're again delighted to pick that up. So it's. We're very pleased.
Okay. And are all of these now, I'm thinking of Amberella as well, which won an international award last year and was the runner-up last year as well in the Beoir Awards. Are these all now permanent additions to your range? Is that all it takes actually just to give you an award and you'll make it permanent?
We're easily convinced. I mean, we're swayed by the reaction that we get on the beers, and we have a strong mandate for continuing to sort of release unique one-off beers, not resting on our laurels and continuing to push the boundaries. But where we do see sort of a significant reaction coming through on a beer, we do continue to bring it out. But we're mindful not to kind of, as I say, resting on those laurels. That once we see sort of people starting to move sort of towards other beers, we'll bring those through. But I mean, certainly all three sort of beers, the Hurricane IPA, the Umbrella, and the Full Irish, we try to make them as often as we can, as often as we can, primarily get the hops for those beers, and the tank availability as we sort of near pretty much full capacity right at the moment. So yeah.
And have you re-examined the feasibility of the old, poor, neglected, sunburnt Highlandale and Barefoot and Knockmeal Down? Are they still? Is their position safe?
Yeah, like the core beers have a very important place for us. I mean, say as a brewery, we sell into quite a diverse marketplace, and the limited editions, the seasonal beers, they hit a chord, particularly in kind of specialty off licenses and specialty craft beer bars, and the core beers, we're still immensely proud of those, and they have their places. In sort of different elements of the market, so they I mean,
outside the bubble, you might say.
Yeah, but I mean, the reality is that that the core beers are the vast majority of the beers that we do produce in the brewery, and the limited edition beers are I mean, they're increasingly part of the overall production, but yeah, it's not to be little. Like for us, we find, I mean, to brew, say, a finely balanced Pilsner to perfection as a brewer is pure art and pure brewing science to its utmost extent. It's we see that more challenging even than producing sort of the hop forward sort of IPAs and such. So it's we still intellectually are still really stimulated by our core beers. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, no, pleasure. Thank you for the award.
Congratulations.